Hi, we are from Group 3 and my name is Neil. We would like to present a topics about society will function better with 4 days work week. In this presentation, we will begin with an introduction to the 4-day work week system. Then we will follow with the cause of the problem and the effects of the problem. After that, we will offer two different solutions, and in the end of this presentation, we will come out with a conclusion about this topic.
Okay, so I will present for the introduction. So, the traditional 5-day 40-hour work week has been practiced since 1926 when it was introduced by Henry Ford and later adopted by many organizations worldwide. At that time, it was considered an improvement in workers' welfare and productivity. However, in today's society, the system is increasingly being questioned. Many employees experience high stress, burnout, and poor work-life balance due to long working hours and heavy workloads. Because of this, the idea of a 4-day work week has gained attention globally. Studies have shown that employees working 4 days a week tend to be happier and have higher job satisfaction. This suggests that a shorter work week could improve employee well-being and create more sustainable working conditions. Nevertheless, there is a major concern. In many cases, organizations compress the same workload into fewer working days. This often forces employees to work longer hours each day, which may increase stress rather than reduce it. Therefore, this report investigates whether society will truly function better with a 4-day work week by examining its causes, effect, and possible solution.
So, after learning and understand about the definition and system of a 4-day work week society, now let's talk about the cause of the problem. So, the problem is some company, instead of reducing the total work hours per week, they just compress it into fewer days. While you this may result in working 4 days only, but you will still have to do the same workload. Now this means that instead of working 7.5 hours for 5 days, you will have to work for almost 9.5 hours per day for 4 days. Now this result in extending almost 2 hours of working hours per day. Now this situation will lead to employees are forced to complete the same amount of workload per week, but they have to do it on a tougher and more packed schedule. This situation will lead to the employees are being forced to work under a more intense and rushing mood to meet their working requirements.
Thank you, Neil. For my part, I will present the negative effect of 4 days work a week. First, a 4 days work a week can reduce the worker productivity, and this is because the workers still need to complete their same quantity of work but in the fewer days, which is 4 days. And this will cause the workload become very heavy, and by doing this will increase the pressure and stress of workers. As a result, the worker need to rush their work to meet the deadline, and this will cause to lower the quality of work. And this also might cause the mistake happen and affect the overall work efficiency. Next, a 4 days work a week can reduce the job satisfaction. When the workers are constantly under the stress and pressure, they might feel exhausted, and this stressful working environment will reduce the motivation. Over time, the worker may feel unhappy with their job, which lead to lower committed and weaker work performance. When job satisfaction decrease, the productivity also will decrease. The another effect is longer working hours. To complete their work within the 4 days, the worker need to work longer time each day, and this will cause the work-life imbalance, and the worker also have less time to relax, to rest, to spend time with their family, can make them to feel tired in physically and mentally. In addition, the longer working hours can negatively affect the workers' health, and when them spend too much time to work can lead to physical problems. When workers are unhealthy, their performance also will be affected, and this will cause the productivity decrease. That is all my part. Thank you.
Okay, so hi everyone. Today I will present a solution from my report on workplace productivity. The issue addressed in my study is that many companies try to increase productivity under time pressure, which often leads to compressed work schedules and employee burnout. Okay, so to address this, one of the most effective approaches is reduce workload through work process. Under this solution, the first idea is that organization should cut workload instead of compressing it. Work compression means fitting the same amount of tasks into a shorter time. This increase stress and reduce work quality. By removing unnecessary or low value tasks, employees can focus on more meaningful activities that actually contribute to performance. This approach not only improves output but also protects employee well-being. The second idea is to adopt output-based metrics. In many traditional works environments, performance is measured by hours spent at work. However, these not accurately reflect productivity. When performance is measured based on result or outcomes, employees have more control over how they manage their time. This support efficiency, reduce overtime, and encourage better work performance. Lastly, it is important to recognize that many workplaces waste time. A significant portion of their workday is lost to excessive meetings, duplicated tasks, and slow administrative procedures. By identifying these time wasting elements and streamlining work process, organizations can reduce operational delays and lighten the workload. This helps employees complete core tasks more efficiently. So, in conclusion, reduction workload through work process is a practical and sustainable solution. By cutting unnecessary tasks and measuring performance based on output and reducing wasted time, organizations can enhance productivity without compressing workload or harming employees' well-being. So, this approach benefits both employers and employees and contribute to healthier and more productive work culture. Thank you.
So solution 2 is the technology and automation. So automation is the use of technology to perform tasks automatically without human intervention. So the point first is faster work and time saving. Automation helps speed up routine tasks, reduce error, and save time in the workplace. Second one is reduce repetitive work. Automation reduces repetitive tasks such as data entry, form processing, and routine check. Third one is a focus on higher value tasks. So employers can focus on more challenging and valuable tasks instead of repetitive work. And last one is improve accuracy and reduce stress. Automation improve work accuracy and help reduce employer stress.
So, in conclusion, this presentation highlights that compressing the same workload into a 4-day work week can create significant problems. The main cause is workload compression, where employees are required to complete the same amount of work in fewer days. As a result, the effect includes higher stress levels, fatigue, and a potential decline in productivity and work quality. To address these issues, the report that our group has done proposes two key solutions. The first solution is reducing unnecessary workload by optimizing work process, which allows employees to focus on high-value tasks. The second solution is the use of automation and technology to reduce repetitive work, improve time management, and increase efficiency. In summary, a 4-day work week can only function effectively if organizations focus on smarter work practice rather than longer working hours. If managed properly, it can improve employee well-being, workplace efficiency, and support long-term social and economic development. Thank you.